Hey, Shane, there are four defendants who are also set for a motion to revoke. Mr. Colt Walker, Mr. Rodney Washington, Mr. Famon Hill, and Mr. Joey Fry.
On the Colt Walker, we're not seeing him today.
Then there's just three, Mr. Lilich.
Hello, all. Hi, Miss Hutton. Are you ready for Mr. Toad's wild ride? We got a big docket. Yeah, you'll see.
I did a lot of recommendations, so I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
Okay, we'll check back about 5 o'clock.
And Shane, there you are.
Yes. Did I hear you say we only have three now?
No, sir. We have three set for motions to revoke.
Oh, okay.
So I was just letting you know that there's that extra, the sticky wicket, I suppose.
Thank you very much.
Wishful thinking on Shane's part.
Yeah.
All right, you two. Everybody, I've got Trayvon Harlan sitting here first up, and Eddie Wells is on deck sitting next to me. So that's where we're going to start.
Thanks, Jim.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You bet. We'll be back when the judge and everybody gets here.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for getting those to me, Ashley, on the plea offers. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. No problem.
I know you had your hands full there in court, it looked like this morning.
We were trying, that's for sure.
Judge Schultz, you're muted.
Okay, well, good afternoon. Before we see the first person, Ms. Hutton, do you know if the city is still going to pursue the Jason Lenore case? That's the one where he was found incompetent on his district court case?
Yes, ma'am. I believe that we still do wish to go forward with that case at this time.
Okay, all right. We will see whoever is first. Okay.
Very good, Judge. Trayvon Harlan is first up, and Mr. Wells is right here next, ready to go.
Okay.
Good to go?
We are good to go.
All right.
Good afternoon, Mr. Harlan. I'm Judge Schultz with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it looks like we've given you an OR bond on the city cases. You're still in on the county stuff. But because there is jail time associated with at least one of the charges, you have been appointed an attorney. So we will have you leave the headphones on and tell Mr. Doyle that you need to go to the breakout room to speak to your attorney, okay?
That's Mr. Breakout?
Yep, breakout room.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Mr. Harland, we'll wait for your attorney to get back. It should be momentarily.
Yes,
Oops,
Your
I
Honor.
dropped something. Give me one moment. Okay, he should hopefully be back pretty soon.
He must have got kicked off, so I'm waiting for him to sign back in.
That's what I was afraid of. Sometimes that happens. So we'll just give him a minute to get signed back on to the hearing. Okay, Mr. Lilich, have you been able to get connected back to audio?
I have, Your Honor. Can
Okay,
you hear me
fantastic.
okay?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Did you-
Your Honor, if
go
I
ahead.
may,
Yes,
I
please.
had the opportunity to meet, well, electronically with Mr. Harland. The city has made a plea offer to resolve his pending charges with this court. I've had the opportunity to review that offer with him. Your Honor, I've explained to Mr. Harland that he does have an absolute right to have a trial on all these charges. After discussing that with him and reviewing the plea offer with him, he has elected to accept the city's plea offer. And my understanding of that is that he would be pleading guilty to petty larceny or theft and no proof of insurance. In exchange for that, the city would be requesting a 30-day underlying sentence, that he be placed on probation from that sentence for 6 months on the condition that he complete a checkmate class, not violate the law, pay a $300 fine on the no proof of insurance charge, and $2,350 in costs. Your Honor, he would ask that the court adopt that plea offer as the court's order. He has advised me that there may be another Wyandotte County hold, it sounds like. He's not real sure of that, but he's under the impression that this is his only hold.
Okay, so first of all, Mr. Harland, I just want to make sure that we're on the same page as to what the plea consists of. What Mr. Lilich just said about entering a plea to the petty theft and 1 count of no proof of insurance, is that your understanding of the plea offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and then as far as those rights are concerned, do you understand that you do have the right to a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that at a trial, Mr. Lilich or one of the other appointed attorneys would assist you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that you would have the opportunity to review the discovery prior to a trial, like the police report, that kind of thing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand that at a trial, your attorney would be able to ask witnesses questions on your behalf?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that if you did go to trial and you were found guilty, you would have the right to appeal that decision to the Wyandotte County District Court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so knowing all of that, are you wanting to accept that plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I will adopt the sentencing recommendation of the city. So the only other thing that I see that he has is a district court case. It's 24 CR 595. I don't see let's see, well, admittedly, that was earlier today that I looked at it, but give me 1 second. So all it shows in Blue Horse is that there was a hearing January 28th of 2025. It was a docket call and it still just says pending, but I don't see a new date. So you're not being held on the city stuff, and if they do release you on the county stuff, then you'll be released. For now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue this to February 13th at 10 a.m. for a probation check-in. If you're still in custody on that county case, by that point, we'd give you credit for time served and close everything, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. You can give the headphones back to Mr. Doyle.
Sorry, Eddie Wells, Judge.
Okay, and Mr. Lilich, you do not represent Mr. Wells, sorry.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
Who's this?
Mr. Wells, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm Judge Schultz with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. It's my understanding that Mr. Andrew Tauge represents you. Is that your understanding?
When was this supposed to?
Okay, give me one moment and I can get the date and stuff
Yeah,
up in just a moment. Give me
all right.
1 second. Okay. Okay, so what we see is the allegation is trespassing. That was alleged to have occurred October 16th of 2023 in the area of 1207 North 18th Street.
I paid for that.
Okay, let's see. I see that Mr. Tauge entered his appearance March 5th of 2004. And then let me see what else I can see on it.
It cost me about $600 for that.
Just a continuance.
And not trying to be arrogant or anything out there, but this is about the second or third time I come on this here charge, and I've already
There's
paid
no
for it.
disposition on this charge, so they wouldn't have let you pay for it.
Well,
Yeah,
I
there's
paid-
an offer pending, but it's never been accepted. So either your attorney never accepted it on your behalf, or
Well, I paid him off my debit card.
okay. Well, so you're not actually being held on the city case. You're held on 25 CR 15. What we'll do is we'll put this on let's see. February. Oh, you've got a hold from Lawrence. Let's see. We're gonna put this on February 25th at 1 p.m.
Okay, can you write that
We'll
down?
send notice to your attorney, Mr. Tauge.
Who?
And Andrew Tauge will send
Uh-huh.
notice to your attorney, and we'll let him have the video link so that he can be with you on video on that date if you're in custody. If you're not in custody, you need to make sure as soon as you get out, you contact him so that he can appear for you or with you February 25th at 1 o'clock, okay?
Okay, Your Honor, I don't know what it is, but I have a little short-term memory. So I'm
We'll
gonna have to
send
write that.
the information over to the jail and they'll put a copy in your property, okay? So if you get out, you'll get a piece of paper showing when it is, okay?
Okay, now, when is this supposed to occur again now?
When is the new date? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, yes,
Okay, the
ma'am.
new date is February 25th at 1 p.m.
February 25th, 1 p.m. And this is on trespassing
Yes, that's correct.
and off 18th Street.
Yes,
Yeah, I paid for that. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
right. So if you're able to contact Mr. Tauch between now and then, you should to figure out what's going on, okay?
Okay. Can I write his name down?
Andrew Tall, that's between you and the sheriff's department, whether or not they have a pen for you, okay?
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, thank
I'm
you.
good. All right. Thank you very much.
Have a good day.
You too now. That's all.
I know.
So Ms. Meyer, will you please make sure you send notice to his attorney and include a video link?
I can.
Thank you.
Judge, just wanted to check you're all done there with Mr. Wells.
Yes, yes.
Okay. If there's anything that you want to get to him, just send it over on the order or a separate page or
Okay,
something.
he's
I'll be-
represented by private counsel, and so I just want to make sure we send a notice to his private
Sure.
counsel.
Understand you, anything you want them to get, if you'll send it to me, I'm not
Okay.
able to write things down. But if
Okay.
you send me something, I'll definitely will get it to them. Okay. New pod, we're going to have to skip Fry for now. We're going to drop down to Newton or Hill.
Okay, thank
All right.
you.
You bet. Back soon. Judge and all, best laid plans. We're back on my list. It'll be Joey Fry. He'll be here in a few minutes.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
You bet. Municipal Court. All right, Judge, Mr. Fry's here.
Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Fry. I'm Judge Schultz. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Just give me 1 second to get your case brought back up. Okay, so Mr. Fry, it looks like you have some, a pending revocation and some newer cases. Give me 1 second to get to the right thing.
So I talked with my parole officer and she said they either are gonna tell me to go to treatment or violate me, right? And she
Okay.
said they'll let me know now. She wants me to go to treatment. So
Okay.
that's what she wants me to do. So can we put me in the best situation to do that?
So we've appointed an attorney to your case. We're gonna
Uh.
have you talk to him. Mr. Lilich, we are not holding him on this. And if it's one of those things that on his other stuff, they're kind of holding him until they can get a bed, we can do something that, well, actually, no, we've already released him,
No,
so we don't need to do release upon bed availability. But
yeah,
you can go ahead and talk to your client. So leave your headphones on, Mr. Fry, and tell Mr. Doyle, the person that gave you the headphones, you need to go to the breakout room.
breakout room.
Yes, please.
Thanks, Judge.
Yeah, I see there's a KDOC hold. So,
Okay. I have his motion to revoke, so I'll
Okay.
go over all that with him.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Yep.
in the court.
Thank you, sir. I'm
Mr.
here, Your Honor.
Village, were you able to have a conversation with your client?
I was, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Your Honor, the city did make a plea offer to resolve all of Mr. Fry's pending charges. I did review that with him. He's requested that all of his charges be set for trial at this time. And we did have a fairly extensive discussion about those charges. He has asked me and has a significant concern about an ID issue. I've indicated to him that I really can't help him with that based on the scope of my appointment. But if you would entertain a question from him, he wanted me to ask you if he could ask you a question.
okay.
Mr. Fry, go ahead.
My question is around an ID. Being homeless and having a drug addiction, I've basically pushed, forced, or I've alienated myself and I've left myself no resource. So, because of the situation of being under a PV and in custody after having just fighting for 4 times to the DMV to get my state ID, I still failed. All I'm saying is I have a state ID now and I have a social security card in my wallet in property. If I get violated on my KDOC stuff and they send me, I have nowhere to send my ID. But now because I have a parole officer, is there any way to make it a stipulation or any way to make it so I don't just have my stuff destroyed? Because there's also cash in my wallet that an officer did not put in the kiosk. So there's money and ID in the wallet that should have, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep
What you're
safe.
saying, but that more has to do with what you are on the PV for, and I'm only a municipal court judge, so you'll have to address that with a district court judge,
Okay, okay,
okay?
okay.
So if we're wanting to set, it looks like well, no, the 3 charges that are not resolved, right? That we need to set for trial are a petty theft, possession of paraphernalia, and a loitering. Is that correct?
Your Honor, I think that there's more charges than that, but I didn't
Rest
see.
are not in a revocation status.
Yes.
Revocation status, that's revocation status, that's revocation status, that's revocation status, that's revocation status. Yeah, so the other 1, 2, 3, the other 5 charges have already been resolved. They're just pending motions to revoke.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a plea offer that
And it should
suggested that
only encompass 3 charges.
That might have been my fault, Mr. Lilich, if I,
oh, well, that's all right.
Okay. So, let me figure out a trial date. Let's see.
Thanks, Judge.
Yeah, no problem. I've got to grab no, actually, I've got it on my computer. Give me 1 second to bring that up. So the officer is a Friday morning officer. Mr. Lilich, are you wanting me to kind of set this out in case he does not, I'm trying to figure out what you date wise.
And I appreciate you asking, Your Honor. My client seems to have a definitive stance on these issues. Mr. Fry, how soon do you want your trial? Do you
I
want
mean,
it,
we
can we
might,
put,
we
you
might, I
want it
mean,
as soon as possible, right?
yeah, we might as well just get it out of the way because this has been getting drug on. This stuff has been going on before the felony I got. I actually received the felony because of these misdemeanors, and I've already been sentenced and completed the sentence of that felony, and these
Well-
misdemeanors ain't been even touched. That doesn't even make
I,
sense.
I appreciate that, sir. So I
February
think,
28th at 8:30 a.m. is the soonest that we could do,
Okay.
you said February the 28th, Your Honor?
at 8:30 a.m.
February 28th. Okay.
Mr. Fry, as I mentioned to you, if you'd like to have an appointment with our office beforehand, you can
Right.
come to our office on the second floor of City Hall. You'd have to come any Thursday or Friday between 2 and 5 p.m.
Okay. Okay. And if I'm in custody, you'll already know. Or if I'm in treatment, you'll also know that, correct?
I may or may not. I'll know if you're in custody.
Okay. Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good. I appreciate your help.
Thank you, Mr. Fry. Have a good day.
Hey, take care, Mr. Judge Schultz. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck. Judge, now back on track, hopefully Newton and Hill, different pod. I'll be back soon.
Thanks for your patience, Judge.
No worries.
Excuse me, Judge Schultz,
Yeah.
the revocations will be addressed on that
Yes.
court date? Okay.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Welcome. And I even put a remark in there about it.
Pardon me, Judge, Mr. Newton, Raymond Newton is here.
Okay,
How you doing?
I'm doing well, Mr. Newton, and how are you?
I'm good.
I'm Judge Schultz with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. You are not held on the city cases. But because there is jail time if you are convicted, we went ahead and appointed an attorney to your case. If you would leave the headphones on and tell Mr. Doyle, the person that gave you the headphones, that you need to go to the breakout room to speak to your attorney.
Okay. He said I need to go to the breakout room to speak to my attorney.
Mr. Lilich, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have had the opportunity to meet with Mr. Newton. The city did make a plea offer in his case. I've reviewed that plea offer with him. I've also reviewed his rights related to trial and the fact that if he chose to proceed to trial, that this office would assist him. In lieu of doing that, he's opted to accept the city's plea offer, which, as I understand it, is that he'll be pleading guilty to a false information charge. In exchange for that, the city will ask for a $100 fine, no underlying sentence, and that he be ordered to pay $23.50 in court costs. Your Honor, after reviewing that with Mr. Newton, he'd ask that the court adopt that plea agreement as its order.
Give me one moment. So Ms. Hutton, the $23.50 is a state fee and it only applies to traffic. So if you could update the attorney rec and take that out. Mr. Newton, I'm guessing you won't object to paying less money.
No, ma'am.
I figured not. So it would really just be a $100 fine. You'd be entering a guilty plea to giving false information. Is that your understanding of the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
And those rights that he was talking about, the right to a trial, assistance of counsel, review of discovery, confront witnesses, and to appeal, is that your understanding of those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing all of that, are you wanting to accept the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I will accept the plea, and once that attorney rec is updated, we will adopt that sentence of $100. It looks like your county case is set for March 5th. I'm
Yes, ma'am.
going to put this, give me one moment, I gotta look at a calendar. On
Updated. Oh, sorry.
March, go ahead, Ms. Hutton.
I was just gonna tell you it's been updated and saved, Your Honor.
Okay,
All the
we'll put this on March 10th, and if you are still in custody, Mr. Newton, I will consider closing the case for lack of ability to pay. If you're still in custody, obviously you're not generating an income, which means it would be difficult for you to pay, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Damon Hill next, Judge.
Okay,
Judge, so was that March 10th at 1 o'clock?
yes, I'm sorry. Good afternoon, Mr. Hill. I'm Judge Schultz. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
I am a municipal court judge, so we're only here about your municipal court cases. You're not being held on those, but there is the possibility of jail time if you are convicted. So we did appoint an attorney to your case. If you would leave the headphones on and let the person who gave you the headphones know that you need to go to the breakout room so you can have a conversation with your attorney.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
I need to go to the breakout room.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Lilich.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have had the opportunity to meet with Mr. Hill. The city has made a plea offer for him to consider. I've reviewed that with him. He's indicated to me that he may prefer to set this case for trial. I'd ask that the court set it over, schedule a review date, order him to appear at that review date, and release him from any hold that there may be at this time.
So the city's not holding him, it's his district court cases that are holding him. And it looks to me like the next court date for his district court case, at least as of when I looked earlier today, was February 24th. Are you wanting me to put this after that date? Not for trial, just
I think that would be the preference, Judge, and I think your comments about his current case were helpful to clear up any confusion about that. But hopefully, if you schedule it that way, Your Honor, he'll be released on the Wyandotte County case and can personally appear.
okay. So, Mr. Hill, what we'll do is we will continue all of this to February 28th at 1 p.m. Mr. Lilich, I'm not sure if you're aware, it does look like there is a motion to revoke pending on the domestic battery from February 1st of 2022. It looks like that one was already resolved, but now there's a motion to revoke, okay?
We did not review that, but that was on my list here. And
Okay.
we can, Mr. Hill, we'll take a better look at that when you come to court.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Mr. Hill,
Thank
if you get out, make sure you appear in person February 28th at 1 o'clock. We'll send notice over to the jail. They'll put a copy in your property. If you're still in custody, we'll see you by video that day, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Have a good day, Mr. Hill.
You too.
Thank you.
Right, Judge, just checking, all done there?
Yes.
All right, new pod, new floor, Rolando Resendez.
Okay, thank
Back
you.
soon. Uh, Pardon me, Judge, Mr. Resendez is here.
Okay,
Hello, Judge. How you doing?
I'm doing well. And you, Mr. Resendez?
I'm doing okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. It looks like you have a hold from KDOC and you are being held on this case. Mr. Lilich has been appointed your attorney in this case. Mr. Lilich, do you want to speak to your client first or be heard on bond first?
How about I speak with him first, Your Honor?
Okay, so Mr. Resendez, you're gonna leave the headphones on, but tell the person that gave you the headphones that you need to go to the breakout room.
I need to go to the breakout room.
Leave them on. It's gonna put you into a private room to talk to the
Mr. Lilich?
Yes, Your Honor. Thanks for the opportunity to meet with Mr. Resendez. Your Honor, insofar as bond, Mr. Resendez has told me that he is suffering from schizophrenia, that him being incarcerated, he feels like that makes that health issue more acute. He advises me he's been in custody since Tuesday. He also advises me that he's been employed with Diamond Finish Car Wash for over a year, and that the longer he's in custody, the more in jeopardy that employment becomes. Your Honor, since he has been in court or been in jail since Tuesday, and in light of those other considerations, I'd ask that the court grant him an OR bond. And then when the court's ready, I'm ready to address another issue with this case.
Ms. Hutton, what is the city's position on bond?
Apologies, Your Honor. The city does not object.
So, Mr. Resendez, I am willing to grant you an OR bond. However, this is going to be an OR bond with a special condition of no violent contact with the complaining witness in this case. Ms. Hutton, I'm having a hard time reading that person's name on the summons. I believe it's a last name of maybe Reeves. Is it a Hunter Reeves?
Yeah, it's Hunter. His name is Hunter.
Okay, okay.
I haven't had any contact with him since then, and I will not have any contact with him at
Okay.
all.
Okay. So, we will send, once the whole docket is done, that's when we send the notice over to the jail to release you. I will say, when I looked, it appeared that you had a hold from KDOC.
Yeah,
If you do, you know, I can't do anything about that, okay?
may I speak on that?
You can, it might be best if you let your attorney speak first, though.
Okay.
Judge, I think I can summarize what Mr. Resendez is going to point out. He's cleared up the issue. It's an issue
Fantastic.
related to his parole. So I believe from what he's told me, that's resolved.
Okay, okay.
Is that right,
your
Mr.
understanding?
Resendez?
Yeah, she came to visit me this morning at 10 o'clock, and she said that she was lifting their hold from me and
Okay.
that I should be out of here today.
Okay, fantastic. So we'll send, you know, once we're done the docket, we'll send our order over and you should then get, as long as they've sent theirs over, you should get released later today, okay?
May I ask you, like, how long that usually takes, more or less, so I can just, like,
It
emotionally prepare?
depends on how long the docket takes us. We still have like 6 people to see after that. And then we send all the orders over in a batch, so it'll be a few hours from now.
It'll be after the bus runs,
I don't know.
like 7 o'clock is when the bus stops running.
I'm not sure what time
Okay.
it will be. Usually, Ms. Meyer, she might have a better idea. Ms. Meyer, how long after the docket's done does it usually take for you to get the all clear?
Probably it just depends on when it's done. I'm probably 30 minutes or so after that.
Okay, so, we are definitely hoping to have the docket done by 5. And then no more than hopefully 30 minutes after that. So hopefully by 5:30 at the latest.
That'd be awesome, because that would at least allow me to get out of here and utilize the bus system, the public transport.
Okay. And Mr. Lilich, do we just need to put this for sometime next week for him to
Your Honor,
think about the offer, or?
I appreciate you asking, Your Honor. In light of the city's offer, which the city's approved Mr. Resendez for diversion, I would ask that the city set this over for a diversion review date. Although I have not had the opportunity to get contact information from him to schedule a signing. You know, Judge, I think it'd be best to just set a review date, order Mr. Resendez to appear, and then we can nail down those things.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll continue this to next Thursday, February 6th, for you to appear in person.
Okay,
When we send over that order releasing you, it'll have that new date on it and they'll give you a copy so that you'll be able to appear in person February 6th at 1 o'clock, okay?
okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you guys for your empathy. I appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Just checking, we're done.
Yes.
Okay, new pod. These may go a little slower with the next three. They're on the same pod, but
Okay.
some special conditions. I'll be back soon.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, I need to step aside for a moment.
Thank you for letting me know.
All right, Judge, I'm back. Rodney Washington is ready.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Washington. I'm Judge Schultz. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 second to see what's going on. Okay, so Mr. Washington, it does look like you're being held on the city cases. We have appointed you an attorney. Mr. Lilich, do you want to be heard on bond first, or do you want to speak to your client first?
How about I speak to my client, please?
Okay, so Mr. Washington, you'll leave the headphones on, but let the person know who gave them to you that you need to go to the breakout room. Okay, sounds good. Something going on, Mr. Doyle?
You might need to see it yourself.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Lilich, I think they had an issue, but they just went right back in there. So if you want to go
Oh.
back in there.
Okay, thanks, Judge.
Judge Schultz. Ashley,
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know on this Rodney Washington. He has a new case that's not listed as part of the attorney plea. So I don't know if he accepts it on the new case is not listed in there. It's not
Which,
coming up until February 24th. Rodney Washington.
okay, what's, case number maybe? I can,
Uh,
or his first appearance on it isn't until the 24th?
yes.
Okay,
So I don't know if that's part of the plea or if you want to just let that go to the 24th. I don't know.
let me look
Okay.
at what I did. Could you give me a case number?
It's 17072.
17072.
It's it's a petty larceny
Oh,
charge.
yeah, nope, it is not on the rec. Okay.
So I didn't know if you wanted that on the rec or
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Holton.
That was Dortha.
Sorry,
it's okay.
I can't see anybody. I don't know who's talking.
That's okay.
Mr. Lilich, have you had an opportunity to speak to your client?
Yes, I have, Your Honor. If
Okay.
I may. Your Honor, Mr. Washington has advised me that he's been in custody for 3 weeks and 5 days in his current stay at the Wyandotte County Jail on these charges. In light of that time that he has been in custody, I'd ask that the court consider and grant him a OR bond today.
So just for clarity's sake, what our records show is he was booked January 16th and it's now the 31st, so it's been 2 weeks and 1 day.
I appreciate that.
Ms. Hutton, what is the city's position on bond?
Your Honor, the unfortunate thing here is that the offenses keep occurring on a regular basis. I do believe that at this point, I think the city would object to a bond at this point.
Okay. Mr. Washington, I am going to grant you an OR bond over the city's objection. However, this is being continued to February 6th at 1 p.m. If you fail to appear on February 6th at 1 p.m., I will be issuing a bench warrant with a no bond hold, and you will be held until these matters are resolved. Do you understand?
February 6th?
At 1 o'clock.
This February 6th?
Yes, next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Yep, and we'll send paperwork over to the jail and they'll give you a copy showing that you need to appear in person February 6th at 1 p.m.
Okay.
Okay? All right. Thank you.
Your Honor,
Oh,
I
yeah.
did review a plea offer too with Mr. Washington, and I think we might have these cases resolved, if I may.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay.
I did miss one petty larceny charge, Mr. Lilich, and that would add another 2 days onto the sentence. I missed the most recent petty larceny from the 16th of January.
So the city would be revising its plea offer?
Yes, ma'am. I've been working on it, but yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just continue to February 6th at 1 o'clock. It'll be updated in time for that docket. And Mr. Lilich, you'll be able to discuss that with your client then, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day, Mr. Washington. You'll get out later today, okay?
Okay.
Oh, you gotta give them the headphones back.
We're gonna do Deonta Roland next, Judge, just a second.
Okay, thank you. And Ms. Hutton, I did note that the OR bond is over your objection.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Pardon me, Judge, y'all, we're gonna add a couple of minutes here. The deputy needs to handle something, just a slight delay.
That is fine.
You
Thank
bet.
you for letting us know.
You bet.
Ms. Meyer, I see from my note on the 30th that ADC was appointed, but it looks like it might need to get updated on Mr. Roland in IMDS Plus.
Okay, so appointed on all the cases.
Yeah.
Okay, I will put it in there.
Pardon me all, Mr. Roland, Deonta Roland is here.
Good afternoon, Mr. Rowland. I'm Judge Schultz with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. It looks like you are not being held on the city cases. However, if you are convicted, there is the possibility of jail time. So you have been appointed an attorney. If you would leave the headphones on and tell Mr. Doyle, the person that gave you the headphones, that you need to go to the virtual breakout room so you can speak to your attorney. Yep, virtual breakout room, yep. Mr. Lilich, just so you know, I show that his next date on his district court case is March 3rd, but that's all I see.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Mr. Lilich, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have had the opportunity to meet with Mr. Rowland. The city did make a plea offer to resolve Mr. Rowland's cases. Mr. Rowland didn't wish to review that with me. He would request that his charges be set for trial. I would ask that the court set his trial date somewhere out either in April or thereafter so that he could have an opportunity to schedule an appointment with our office. I have explained to him how to do that. He seems to be familiar with where we're located and how to schedule an appointment.
Okay, give me one moment to get the trial date. So I figured out who the senior officer is. Let me just look at the locator to figure out the day and time. A Thursday morning officer. So let's see, looking into April, that would be, we could do April 3rd or April 10th at 8:30 a.m. Which would you prefer, Mr. Rowland?
April 10th is just fine.
Okay. So what we'll do is, as I stated earlier, you're not held on the city cases, okay? So if you get released on the county cases, you can go ahead and try to, make that appointment with your attorney. Otherwise, if you're still in custody, you'll be transported April 10th at 8:30 a.m., okay?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we will send that paperwork over to the jail, okay? Thank you.
Okay, God bless. Thank you.
You too.
And just a second, Mr. Lenore will be next.
Okay. So as I stated at the beginning of the docket, it's my understanding that Mr. Lenore was found incompetent in his district court case. I don't have any idea of when, and I don't know if Mr. Doyle can enlighten us, probably not because we didn't give him a heads up. But Mr. Doyle, are you able to enlighten us on when Mr. Lenore is scheduled to go to Osawatomie?
I do not.
Okay, that's fine. I
And
didn't
generally,
think
that's
you'd be
not
able to.
pre-scheduled.
Right, yeah.
But if
I know
you,
sometimes, they have a list and they'll be able to tell us, oh, he's number 80 something on the list.
yes, I can reach out if you'll include, just send me a reminder or something. I can reach out to that department
Okay,
because they will know. I can come up with a number. It's just not put in any databases.
right. Okay,
Okay. Fair enough. Here's Mr. Lenore.
thank you. Good afternoon, Mr. Lenore. I'm Judge Schultz. You are not being held on the city cases, okay? I'm a municipal court judge with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court. I'm going to give you a few minutes to talk to your attorney. Mr. Lilich, I'm guessing you probably can't reach a resolution, but at least I'd like you to be able to speak to him for a few minutes. So,
Sure.
Mr. Lenore, if you'd leave the headphones on and tell Mr. Doyle that you need to go to the breakout room, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And
Thank you.
Judge, I did see your emails from earlier this week on this. I appreciate that.
Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Your Honor, it was not going to be possible to do anything productive with Mr. Lenore today.
no, the state charges did. The state charges.
Okay, so what we'll do is, for now, we'll just continue it. I'm hoping that Ms. Hutton or someone in the prosecutor's office will continue monitoring to determine if they are still wanting to pursue. For now, I'm going to continue this out 6 weeks. Let's see. So that'll be March 14th at 1 PM, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
And Judge, just a reminder, if somebody wants me to find that place,
Yes,
just
please.
shoot me
Yes,
an
please.
email.
So Ms. Meyer, if you could, when you send,
Yeah.
if you could send him an email asking what number Mr. Lenore.
Exactly. That's all it takes. Okay, we're moving on. New pod, Ruben Villegas.
Sounds good. Thank you.
You bet. Pardon me, Judge, Mr. Villegas.
Hello?
Good afternoon, Mr. Villegas. I'm Judge Schultz with the Kansas City, Kansas Municipal Court.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're not being held on the city cases. You're only being held on, it looks like a county contempt of court, hearing. But since you're in custody anyway, we went ahead and appointed an attorney to your case, and we're gonna have you leave the headphones on, but tell the person that gave you the headphones that you need to go to the breakout room to speak to your attorney.
I need to go to the breakout room.
Mr. Lilich, whenever you're ready.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Villegas advises me that he believes that he has been held on these charges since December the 19th and that he doesn't have any other holds. I
Give me one moment to look at the jail screen. Let's see. So here's what I see. He was booked in on December 19th of 2024 at about 9:46 p.m. on a 19 DM 2767. That was put on January 2nd. A bond was set, and then that's continued to February 6th. On our cases, we show we reviewed it on December 20th. Defendant was booked on that 19 DM 2767. Defendant had a hold from Leewood. He was given an OR bond December 20th with a special condition that he was not to drive unless properly insured and licensed. And then we continued it to January 28th. On January 28th, we went ahead and appointed you, Mr. Lilich, and put it for Friday so that you could see him by video.
Okay. Well, Your Honor, it sounds like he's got a child support hold then.
I'm guessing that that's what that case is.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully, Mr. Villegas, that helps clear up that point of confusion. Your Honor, the city did make a plea offer. I have had the opportunity to discuss that plea offer with Mr. Villegas. He would like to have his cases set for trial ultimately, but at this time, we would just request that you set a review date down the road, order Mr. Villegas to appear, and then I think we're going to review the case further with him and schedule from there.
Okay, so since his other case, his district court case is set for a hearing February 6th, how about we put this February 13th at 1 p.m.? Hopefully on the 6th, he'll get released. And then that way we can see him in person February 13th at 1 p.m.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think that's a good plan.
Okay, so Mr. Villegas, we'll send that information over to the jail. They'll put a copy in your property so that when you get released on that district court case, you'll have that information that you need to appear December 13th at 1 p.m. at City Hall, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You can give the headphones back to Mr. Doyle.
All right, all done there, I believe, Judge.
Yes, that's
All
correct.
right. With one left to go and at the risk of creating havoc, I think we've done pretty well. I don't want to jinx it, but I think we've done pretty well. It's okay.
Mr.
I said it. I
Me
know.
too.
I know. I'll be back.
Okay.
Pardon me, Judge, Ms. Adams is here.
Hey. Hello. Good afternoon, Ms. Adams. It does look like you are being held on the city cases. And if you are convicted, there is the possibility of jail time. And you have been appointed an attorney. Mr. Lilich, do you want to speak to your client first or be heard on bond first?
Could I speak to her first, Your Honor, please?
Yes, Ms. Adams, go ahead and leave the headphones on and tell the person that gave you them that you need to go to the breakout room to speak to your attorney.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Lilich, ready whenever you are.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I have had the opportunity to meet with Miss Adams. I have also had the opportunity to review a plea offer that the city has made. Insofar as bond, Miss Adams advises me that she's presently employed at the Cinex gas station at 86 and State Avenue. She's also advised me, but that's right, bless you. She's
Thank you.
she's also advised me that her mother is having some health issues and her mother's dependent upon her for help and support. Your Honor, I'd ask that since I believe she's been in custody since Tuesday, I'd ask that the court consider those facts and grant her an OR bond.
Just a point of clarification, she's been in custody since the 26th, which is Sunday. Ms. Hutton, what is the city's position on bond?
The city does not oppose bond at this time.
Okay, so Ms. Adams, I will grant you an OR bond. It is an OR bond with a special condition, though. You are to have no violent contact with a Joseph Houston, okay?
Okay.
So, Mr. Lilich, anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, the city has made a plea offer. I've reviewed that with Miss Adams. I have explained to Miss Adams that she has an absolute right to have a trial. I have specifically spoke with her about some of those rights related to trial, including review of discovery and appeal if she was convicted. After having that discussion and discussing these charges and the generally the incidents related to these charges, she'd like to accept the city's plea offer. My understanding of the plea offer is that she will be pleading guilty to 2 counts of domestic battery. In exchange for that plea, the city will move to dismiss the remaining charges, request that she pay a total fine and no costs, but a total fine of $300, that the court impose a 90-day underlying sentence, that she serve 7 days of that sentence in jail. But as to 5 of the days, the city has indicated that they are amenable to credit for time served. That after she served those 7 days in jail, she'd be placed on supervised probation for 1 year on the condition that she have no violent contact with the alleged victim, that she obtain a domestic violence evaluation and successfully complete any recommendations from that evaluation. Judge, I've also explained to Ms. Adams that if she is convicted of domestic battery, it'll be unlawful for her to own or possess a firearm while she's on probation. Your Honor, after my caveats about this and discussion with her, I believe that she wishes the court to accept this plea agreement and approve it as its final order. I'd ask that the court do so. I'd also ask that the court do give her credit for the time served. And I specifically discussed with her that she thought she had been in since Tuesday. She has apparently been in since Sunday. So I explained to her that if the court approved this, that she could potentially be in jail through Tuesday, but I guess that would be actually through Sunday. So I'm just pointing that out for clarification to her based on our discussion.
Okay. So Ms. Adams, I just want to make sure we're all on the same page here. Is what Mr. Lilich just reviewed regarding the contents of the plea agreement, is that your understanding of the plea?
Yes.
And those rights that he was talking about, the right to a trial, assistance of counsel, review of discovery, confront witnesses and to appeal, is that your understanding of those rights?
Yes.
And knowing all of that, are you wanting to accept the plea?
Yes.
Okay, give me one moment. Okay, so, I will sentence you to the 90 days, but you'll only have to serve 7 as long as you comply with the terms of the probation. That means that you'll be released on February 2nd. Then you will need to appear in person for a probation check-in on February 20th at 10 a.m. We'll send all the paperwork over to the jail. They will give you a copy of it when you're released on the 2nd, so that you'll remember to appear February 20th at 10 a.m. Okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You can give the headphones back to Mr. Doyle.
Thank you.
The date is the 31st, last day of January. Stand outside the pod there. If the deputy's not around. Okay, see, I didn't jinx it.
No, you didn't. Thank goodness.
Yeah, it was a toss up. Okay, y'all have a good day. See everybody
Thank you.
next.
Good weekend,
See you
everybody.
next month.
Enjoy the Pro Bowl. Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. See you next
Right.
month.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.